Welcome to Flow Tao Salon. Today we're going to break down Deloitte's 17th Annual Technology Trends Report. This is a big one, based on their deep research in 2024 and 2025, and it really maps out the powerful forces set to completely reshape our world by 2026. Okay, so let's just dive right in. To really get a handle on the insane speed of change we're all facing, I want you to just look at this number. 2 months. What on earth could happen in just 2 months that changes, well, everything? Well, that's how long it took for a leading generative AI tool to hit 100 million users. Now, put that up against the telephone, which took 50 years to reach just half that number. This isn't just about stuff getting a little bit faster. Oh no. This is a fundamental compression of that whole innovation curve. And that idea, it's the core theme of Deloitte's entire report. So this acceleration, it isn't moving in a straight line. The report describes it as a compounding effect, a really powerful self-perpetuating cycle they call the innovation flywheel. And this picture just visualizes it perfectly. Think about it. Better tech leads to more uses, which generates more data. And all that data, it attracts more investment, which then builds even better infrastructure and makes it cheaper to experiment. See? Each advance just fuels the others, creating this incredible cycle of exponential growth. So, what are the specific trends that are acting like gears inside this massive flywheel? Well, the report zooms in on 5 interconnected areas where AI is making its biggest splash right now. We're talking about physical AI, which is literally giving intelligence a body. We've got a digital workforce made of AI agents, a complete overhaul of AI infrastructure, the rise of what they call AI native organizations, and of course, the double-edged sword that is AI-powered cybersecurity. First up is physical AI. Intelligence isn't just stuck on our screens anymore. I mean, think about Amazon's warehouses, where over 1 million robots are coordinated by AI to boost efficiency. Or BMW's factories, where the cars are literally driving themselves down the assembly line. Intelligence is now physically changing the world around us. Next up, we have the digital workforce. These are AI agents that scale intelligence. But here's the kicker. Adoption is incredibly low. Only 11% of companies are actually using them in production. The report suggests it's because businesses are stuck trying to just automate their old clunky processes instead of truly redesigning how they operate for a new world of human-machine teams. The massive scale of AI is also just shattering our old infrastructure models. That cloud-first strategy that's dominated for the last decade, it just can't keep up. The report actually points out that some companies are facing monthly cloud bills in the tens of millions of dollars just for their AI stuff. This is forcing a huge strategic shift to hybrid models, using the cloud for some things, but also on-premise hardware for the really heavy-duty work. And all that financial pressure leads us right into our fourth trend, AI native organizations. You can see the shift so clearly here. 64% of companies are cranking up their AI investment while traditional IT budgets are basically flat. And this isn't just about money, it's a deep structural change that's creating entirely new jobs, like designers who figure out how to weave AI into workflows, or engineers who get AI running on local devices. Companies are literally rebuilding their teams around this new reality. And finally, all of this incredible new power creates a real paradox in cybersecurity. On one hand, AI opens up all these new vulnerabilities, like shadow AI, which is when employees use unauthorized, unsecure AI tools. But on the other hand, AI is also our most powerful defense, letting security teams automate threat detection and respond at machine speed. Okay, so all of these trends are building to what is, honestly, the single most important conclusion in the whole report. The biggest change here isn't about technology, it's about mindset. With all these powerful forces swirling around, a really clear divide is opening up. So what is it that separates the organizations that are creating real, tangible value from those that are just stuck in an endless loop of pilot projects? The answer is actually pretty simple. The old ways of doing things, the old models for success, are now obsolete. The winners aren't just making old processes a little faster with AI. No, they're using AI to invent entirely new ways of operating. It's the difference between putting a motor on a horse-drawn carriage and actually inventing the automobile. There's this observation from Coca-Cola's CIO that just nails it. The whole strategic conversation has to change. It needs to move from this tech-first question of what can we do with AI to a business-first question. What should we be doing for our customers, and how can AI help us get there? So, when you boil all this analysis down, the report's complex findings really come down to three essential takeaways for any leader who's trying to navigate this crazy new landscape. This is basically the path forward. First, you have to accept that the pace of change is now exponential. Gradual improvement is a losing game. Second, focus on reinvention, not just optimization. Don't just automate, build entirely new processes from scratch. And third, you have to architect your entire organization, your people, your tech, your budgets, to be AI native from the ground up. And this leaves us with one final, pretty sobering thought. Because innovation is a compounding force, the gap between the leaders and the laggards, it isn't just growing, it's widening exponentially. So the question every single leader has to be asking themselves is this: which side of that divide are we on?
陶坠沙龙，马年兴隆。